You guys, this is boy Jeameave back again with Views from the Heart, and today I got a 2019 Chevrolet Equinox with the premier trim, courtesy of Martin Chevrolet here in Torrance, California. Once again, thank you so much to my guy Lewis and my guy Samuel for this wonderful opportunity. And if you haven't heard by now, the American population is trending towards purchasing, the numbers are indicating at least anyway, that Americans are tending to purchase these crossover, these compact SUVs, these kind of sporty, kind of higher up type vehicles. They're not really purchasing sports cars or sedans as much, at least in comparison to these sort of vehicles. I'm not too sure yet or too caught on in terms of like what these vehicles are offering, and I'm not personally a fan of it. I prefer something more dedicated. If I want a sedan, I want a sedan. If I want a sports car, I want a sports car. And these compact SUVs, CUVs, whatever you want to, whatever moniker they're going by these days, I'm trying to give you a mixture of both. But like I said, I love to experience new things. I love to see what's trending. I love to see different people's train of thoughts. I like to experience new things and solidify my knowledge around the world. Let's go ahead and see what this Bible is all about and check it out. So what's it like driving a 2019 Chevrolet Equinox with the premier trim? Well, first of all, I love the steering wheel. It actually feels really nice. I'm actually pretty surprised about that. So as aforementioned, this is courtesy of Martin Chevrolet. Once again, thank you so much. My guy Samuel shooting me shotgun. If you would like any Chevrolet or have any questions, please feel free to hit my guy Samuel up for spending his gracious time with me right here in Martin Chevrolet.
And now my number is 310-748-6924. My name is Samuel, like he said. So my number is 310-748-6924.
So with all that said, America is tending towards these CUVs, these crossover, these utility vehicles, these compact SUVs. These are trying to hit a medium between something a little bit sporty and something a little bit more, how should I say, practical, especially when it comes to family matters and family needs, you know, hauling people. And as I said initially in the video, I wasn't too sure on this sort of segment of vehicles, because for me personally, if I want a sedan, I want a sedan. If I want a sports car, I want a sports car. I don't really like the idea of something trying to handle both, because I feel like somewhere along the lines it's gonna deliver too much in one direction. So to me personally, in my mindset, I'd rather something that hits on a sport car being a sport car, and being a sport car, and a sedan being a sedan, you know, being luxury amenities, family friendly, comfortable. But this, like I said, these CUVs are trying to hit a marquee between both of them, and so far I actually like how composed it feels. This is essentially, in a way, and I say this loosely, being a Traverse without a third row. But I say that loosely in the sense that although the Traverse was a nice vehicle to drive, to me personally, it didn't feel too big. Although proportionally it is a very large vehicle, it did feel like a large vehicle when driving it. It didn't have too much waviness like you would experience in some other vehicles, but it felt large. This is by no means a sports car, but it feels a lot more succinct, a lot more capable, and the steering is better than what is in the Traverse. And like I said, this is something that's trying to hit between something that is family practical, family friendly, as well as something that offers a little bit more fun towards your, you know, throughout your daily commute. And so far, I can totally see that. Honestly, it feels comfortable, but yet it feels planted. How are you feeling so far, Sam? See if that makes sense to you as a passenger.
Car feels smooth. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little wide, but I feel like it's the length. They could have done better.
It could have been a little bit wider, like you're not having too much room over there.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing too, because like I said, when you try and deliver on something that tries to promise in a way two different things, you're gonna lack in some sort of aspect. Like I said, this crossover trying to hit on something that you can haul people in relative comfort with a little bit of sportiness mixed in. And like I said, sometimes your mind is trying to tell you, well, this is an SUV, this shouldn't be sporty. This should be large, should be comfortable, should be able to haul a lot of people. And granted, this can haul 5 people, you know, but it doesn't have the 3rd row or the 2 captain's chair like was in the Traverse that I reviewed that I did in 2019. And like I said, I'm really comfortable with the way this vehicle feels. It is packing a LTG inline 4, pushing 252 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It does have a panoramic sunroof, which is honestly really lovely. That is, for the people that have watched my very earliest videos, I've always said if the car has a panoramic roof, once you experience a vehicle with a panoramic roof, you can't really go back. The view that it offers is amazing. It even has like ski patches up there too, or like bike rack. So
yeah, it has a rack.
So
it has racks on top of racks.
So like I said, once you experience a panoramic roof, you never really want to go back. I love panoramic roofs. I love that this vehicle has it. Remember, this is the Premier trim, so this is the trim just below the High Country. So it has pretty much everything you really want reasonably. And base price for this vehicle is about $33. With how it's optioned up right now, it's about $38. And reasonably speaking, that's not a bad price. I can definitely feel it's comfortable. It has a little bit of leather touches in here, a little bit too much use of plastics in my personal opinion, especially on the doors. But overall, at least in the center console, the soft plastics has a rubberized texture. It's actually pretty nice to feel and touch. And here it is again. The Traverse did not have it, but it had a collision detection warning just now. Of course, I'm always paying attention, but a car suddenly came and stopped in front of me for a little bit. And the car, the seat, just like how I experienced in the Z21, the seats vibrated. It gave me a little nudge, like, you pay attention.
A little joke for the women, you guys might like that.
So, that's actually really cool because, you know, like I said, I caught out of the corner of my eye. But for someone that was just, I don't know, always pay attention, but you know, not everyone's gonna pay attention 100% of the time, that's something that is really cool. Like I said, I've never experienced that until I did the Silverado 2500 Duramax. I felt it in that. I didn't feel it in the Traverse, but then again, I may not have did any moves that would warranted it, and so I can't say for sure if it had it or didn't have it. But this definitely has it because I just felt it. And to describe that feeling, it's like the little baby hands kind of nudging you like, hey, pay attention. So, you know, it's pretty cool. And it's definitely something that I see is vital for some people. You know, we do have some terrible drivers out there, just to say the least, you know. But I like that. That's a really unique feature. One thing that I do see is missing from here though is the live view camera of the rear view camera that the Traverse has. You're able to use the rear view mirror as a live view camera in case you have you know, too much of a hard time seeing out the back.
Well, the Equinox doesn't come with that. So.
The Equinox doesn't come with that? Okay, so I was wondering for sure if that was maybe like an option. Apparently it doesn't come with it at all. I like that, but then again, this is not a large...
2019 might have it.
But then again, this is not too much of a large vehicle to the point where you would feel that that is necessary. I just like it. It's a really nice feature. But overall, like I said, this definitely feels a lot more capable than the Traverse does. And I say that in the sense that the Traverse wasn't a bad vehicle to drive. It felt pretty good, but the steering is definitely better. It actually surprisingly doesn't feel too much like commuter like the Traverse does. It has some weight to it, which is actually rather nice. It feels honestly somewhat fun. Now, don't misconstrue my words by me implying that you're gonna go carve some canyons in this car. You're not. But it definitely gives me a decent amount of feedback that I was not expecting from what I was assuming to be more of a commuter vehicle. So that is that's really nice. That's, like I said, this vehicle is really trying to hit between the mark of family practical with a little bit of luxury and a little bit of sportiness with a raised ride height. And I was a little bit remiss about that sort of segment before, but I can honestly sit here and tell you that driving this and feeling this and seeing how it feels, I can see why some people would want this. Still, for me personally, although it's changing my mind in terms of if it being a yes or no, would I personally own it? It depends. If it was my own personal vehicle, a vehicle that I would need to use every single day, day in and day out, I would have to pass, for me personally. I'm just not a big... trucks are just not for me. I'm not a truck or SUV guy. I'm more of a sports car guy. But can I see this being something within my family, like if for my wife, or if, you know, like for my kids, something like that, something that I could be comfortable driving on, you know, on a non-regular basis, non-commuter everyday car? Absolutely. This is a wonderful car that I think
it'll be a nice daily.
For some, like, don't, okay, so I'm gonna
Like you
correct my statement.
Weekend car and a daily, you know?
Yeah, it's not a bad daily. It's just, for me personally, I'd rather have a sport car daily. That's just me. I'm not really, I'm at that age now where I don't really need luxury or something boring. I want something fun that I can drive every day. Now, I say that loosely in the sense that this is a relatively fun car. When you take it contextually, this is a fun car to drive. The steering is giving me enough feedback. The steering has a nice weight to it. It has enough pep, you know, it's pushing 252 horsepower from a turbocharged inline 4. It's not a bad car. I just said, like, for me personally, just individually me, not for anyone else, I just want a sport car as a daily driver, which I'm fortunately blessed with to have right now. But would I, let's say someone were to give me this vehicle and I were to have to use this as a daily, would I be upset? Absolutely not. Honestly, this is not a bad vehicle. It's relatively fun for what it is. When you take it into context, I was expecting it to be kind of a mishmash between too much here, too little here, or too less there and too much here. And I feel like it's honestly hit a good medium between practical, enough space to haul people. You have 4 doors. You're not subjected to only 2 doors. And it's relatively comfortable.
Very roomy. Nice little center console.
Wow, that is insanely.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can put an AK in there.
You can put your child up in there.
An extra seat.
Yeah, he's a little whining a little bit too much. Just push him in there, you know. Cops don't see it. But that is definitely one of the deepest center consoles I've ever personally seen. Oh, Jesus Christ, what are you trying to hide in here? This is the trap mobile, honestly.
Yep, it is.
You know, it's
decent room in here too.
It's low key. It's low key. You can have a whole bunch of things up in there, you know, for the hush hush.
Put the strap right here, you know. Right there,
the burner.
You know what I mean? Look at that, the burner.
But overall, like I said, honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised with this vehicle. And I know I say that a lot, but that's when I say that, I'm honestly pleasantly surprised. I was coming into this vehicle thinking it was going to be not fun or just feel too haphazard. Like as if it was put together kind of in a rush just to compete. I feel like Chevy definitely kind of took their time and studied the market and delivered something that offers what the CUV segment is trying to have. This offers decent horsepower, comfortable seats, and this takes me back to the, oh please, 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 always said leather interior, or at least not the basic interior, because my God, like I said, I've sat in here and I've seen an Equinox and a Traverse with the basic interior, and flat out, that would just be a no for me personally. That's for me. Now, like I said, that does cheapen the price a fair bit amount, and some people just want something that can haul people or do this for the cheapest amount of money possible. By all means, that is perfect for you. But if I feel like if you're using this as a vehicle that you want to be comfortable with on a day in and day out basis and not complain about, the updated interior with a little bit more of a luxury amenities is definitely the way to go. And overall, it just makes your experience with the vehicle just that much more appealing, in my humble opinion. Like I said, I can only account for me. I'm not going to turn there actually. I can only account for me, but like I said, I definitely love the interior in here. It's adequate. I'm not saying it's amazing. It's adequate, and it's something that pretty much anyone could be happy with, unless you're just, you know, a luxury-minded person. Then maybe this might not be enough for you. But like I said, it's more than enough to handle your luxury car needs at a basic level.
And if you're starting off with a small family, maybe 2 or 1, it's perfect size, you know.
Yeah, this is definitely ideal for if you have 2 kids. If you have 3 kids, it's pushing it a little bit depending on their ages. Because then again, this can only fit 5 people, so if you're looking for a family trip, you have 3 kids in the back, and obviously 2 adults in the front. And depending on how tall you are, this might not be a car for a tall family. If you are in the neighborhood of 6 feet plus, there's going to be a relatively little room in the back for the back occupant. The headroom is pretty decent. Samuel is about 5'10", 5'11". His headroom is a good old fist.
Yeah.
So
like 6 inches.
So
almost
there's
like 4.
Yeah, and then of course you can also lower the seat. I'm pretty sure the seat isn't lowered to its maximum capability right now. So
mine right now is all the way down.
It's all the way down. Yeah. Okay, so well there you go. Even with this lowered, if you're in the 6 feet to about 6'4", you'll be okay. Anything above, you might
you're gonna be tapping.
You're gonna have some probable issues. But overall, like I said, this is honestly a pretty fun CUV. Like I said, I'm going to try and get one pool here. I've been kind of driving around in traffic the entire time and see exactly, see it, here goes the security or wake up feature of the little baby nubs in the seats. But let me see if I can please just get some space here. Ah, yes. Okay, so it has something. And also, this is also equipped with a 9-speed automatic. I think that's interesting. It has 9 speeds. Could have gave us 10, you know.
4-cylinder 2.0 turbo.
252 horsepower.
Save you gas. 22
city, 29 highway. And with a curb weight of just under 3,500 pounds. I believe this vehicle has a curb weight of just 3,432 pounds. If I remember exactly off the top of my head.
It has a tow package.
And it can tow up to 3,500 pounds.
Not bad.
So, thank you for putting that in there, because I definitely would have forgot to mention that.
Oh, you're welcome.
But overall, like I said, I think I covered everything I need to about this vehicle. Once again, this vehicle is available at Martin Chevrolet. Come down and see my guy Samuel for all your Chevrolet needs. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I give this vehicle a good thumbs up. Would I be happy with this vehicle for given to me? Yes. Would I recommend this vehicle to people? Absolutely. This is definitely something that offers a good practicality with raised ride height and the ability to carry a little bit more and also tow. So, so it's a decent package for a decent price. And
38,
yeah, about 38. And you know, there's always specials going on, all sorts of rebates, things like that. So let me do you guys go ahead and check that out.
2018, going fast.
So it's a little spunky. It has a little bit of finesse to it. And overall, I'll part with that. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Support Jeameave from Views from the Heart. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day, and I'm out.